Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Octopath Traveler 2. Joining me is StarPrincessHLC
Complete with Chimkin.
and JKLantern.
Complete with blueberry cider.
Blueberry cider and chicken. Odd combination, that. Yeah. Anyway. Never a dull moment is the name, okay. Hell, no wonder Oswald isn't here.
Yeah. Or a cat. Or a Particio.
Oh, Chet would probably try it.
Yeah, and she'd be drunk under the table.
Yep.
Hey, already. Aw.
Mm-hmm.
That's my attitude, really.
Yeah.
I don't generally drink. It doesn't bother me if you guys do, but I'm just don't get much out of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
You should never shame someone for not drinking, and I'm glad that the culture of the U.S. is kind of getting away from that, because I remember in college, I didn't drink much until my senior year, but it was always like, oh, you have to drink, bro, you have to drink.
Yeah, growing up, it was always like, why don't you drink? That's weird.
I will say this, it makes going on dates much harder.
Hmm.
At my age, anyway. Maybe people still in the 30s don't have a bigger problem with it, but one of the standard date-going activities, let's go out for drinks and get to know each other.
Yep.
I don't drink. You're a weirdo. You know.
And that shouldn't be the thing anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it's, I don't date people young enough to have lost that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Really? I'm almost 50. Dear God. Again, not really against alcohol, it's just I don't like the taste, and I don't get drunk, I get sleepy.
I remember in college, the people who were like, we want to see you drunk, Lantern, they see me drunk. You're just kind of you when you're drunk.
I think it's philosophical.
I do get verbose when I'm absolutely plastered.
Also, he gets cuddly. And Courage could not deny that, apparently.
Yeah, well.
Like he'd know.
I'm sure he's seen you drunk more than I have.
She is a little giggly.
Wait, so years ago, I was on vacation with my parents, and we were sharing a hotel room, which I hate with a passion. But my mom had like 2 glasses of wine at Olive Garden. I'm on the pull-out couch reading a book, and my mom tells my dad this joke that she thought was hilarious, and he's like, that's nice, dear. And she repeats it, and he's like, yeah, I heard you the first time. Before I know it, all of a sudden my mom is on my bed/pull-out couch. She is grabbing me by the collar and shaking me. Your father doesn't think I'm funny! Why doesn't he think I'm funny? And I'm like, please get off me. I would prefer not to have to knock you unconscious, because I know for a fact I could.
See, I've got a story about my parents and drinking, but I will tell that after this.
I know the one time I saw my mom drunk, It was more she was just very giggly and wanted to dance with everyone.
So, my parents... My mother never drank the entire time I was alive. You couldn't get her to drink. She hated alcohol. Which actually had no influence on me growing up, believe it or not. Because I still tried it, I just hated the taste of the stuff. My dad was known... He rarely drank. I mean, we are talking very rarely. About the only time you could ever see him drink anything was like when he was having poker night with the boys type thing.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't keep alcohol in the house, anything like that. And I learned a story back... This happened before I was born, but several people witnessed this. My mom and dad were out at a New Year's party, and my mom decided to get drunk. And then spent the rest of the night saying she was going to fall off the 3-inch tall pallet that they'd laid down to sleep on.
Yeah.
So for hours, it was like she was completely dizzy, laying perfectly still on the ground, and begging my father to keep her from falling off the pallet. She never drank again.
Understandable.
Yeah. So now, we got that out of the way. Let's see. Agnea and Hikari, time to see their cross path.
Time to see the kingdom you're about to marry into, Agnea.
Something like that.
This is probably the least plot relevant one.
Yeah.
Or
I argue the other one, but...
yeah, you could make a case for either of those.
They're beautiful.
And given, just given the way it seems like Oswald and Partitios isn't going to be all that plot relevant. Just based on the way that one went the first time.
What are these, Hikari? Their light is so soothing.
Have you never seen lanterns before?
They're paper lanterns, made to resemble the human soul.
I resemble the human soul?
The people of the castle
I
town
mean, they do
began
say that
decorating the streets
looking
with
into
them
someone's
to send
eyes like
off
looking
the
into their
party.
soul, and you do have beautiful eyes.
So much mythology
I
around
see.
lanterns.
They may be gone, but they're never far from our hearts.
I am basically a cryptid.
Indeed. And their souls light our way.
I also have a theory that it's a subconscious thing, but you manipulate reality. You
I
don't
mean,
intentionally do it,
Wondrous.
but just wherever you go, things happen.
but before the plague years started, my dad was reading a book on the Spanish flu, because he does that. Like, I saw him reading this, and as he was reading it, I thought to myself, what would it be like to live in, like, a modern pandemic? And then 3 months later, I'm like, God damn it, I was kidding. That was not a challenge, God. I was kidding.
You cursed us all.
I doomed us all.
Merely an idle suggestion, but
How about questioning what you would do if you were a billionaire?
I question that regularly.
Question it harder, I guess.
I mean, I've thought if I was a billionaire, I would set up just enough. I would figure out exactly how much money I would need to set aside to maintain a certain level, and then start and then manage to just find places to use that money.
Like I imagine, like, my sister's kids, they wouldn't have to worry about college.
Since time immemorial,
One of our friends who's probably going to be having medical bills coming up. You know, those. Don't worry about those. Things like that would be.
We should do the same. So
And, like,
people can come to love
I do
their
have
new
an
king.
investment guy that I could just be like, okay, I'm giving you this wad of money to take care of to make sure that it keeps making money so that we don't starve, you know.
Yeah.
Why, Your Majesty?
And I don't know if you're familiar with the Last Week Tonight show very much, but there was one show where they were talking about how easy it is to buy debt.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like harass people over it for eons and eons.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a billionaire and actually could figure out how to do it just on a regular basis, I would go to those places and buy off a ton of debts and just start forgiving them.
Yeah.
Because it's like, for spending, you spend $50,000 and you can forgive over $1 billion worth of debt.
Mm.
Our friends' wounds are still fresh, their bodies and minds still raw. We all lost much in the war. There is no cause for celebration.
I mean, if I had the money, I think every single person I know would have their own house, for starters.
We have joked about
You have a kind
like-
heart, Hikari.
falling backwards into a pile of money. Oh, there's just a Landstar house.
I mean, and then there's also an organization out there. I can't think of the name of it right now. But with all the severe anti-trans legislation that's going in place in certain states,
Mm-hmm.
they basically set up funds to try to get trans people out of those states and into an actual safe environment.
Yeah.
I would definitely be working with them and organizations like them.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be so dour all the time. Seeing you happy will make others happy in turn.
Agnea.
He has a point.
Yeah. Because you'd assume the people that
How
you
about you try
lost
this?
and loved would want to see you move on and be happy.
Make their sacrifice worth something.
Mm-hmm.
Hold a festival to pray for the happiness of those you've lost.
And in that way, we mourn our friends. I see the merit in that.
Again, she may not be book smart, but
A ritual of
Yep.
remembrance.
She's
I like
basically
it.
a bard. She,
Yep.
No.
She can read a room.
mm-hmm.
A splendid idea. I'll begin preparations right away.
Wait,
Lady Agnea, would you dance during the
Benkei's here.
celebration?
Yep.
Where are other advisors?
Me?
Eh,
It would be an honor.
To be
Probably
fair,
busy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Raime's got her own freaking
Well then,
clan to
we
take
have
care
all
of
we
on top of
need.
this. And who knows what Kazan's up to.
He's probably getting drunk somewhere.
yeah. Well, I guess that makes Benkei
Not
our number
quite
2.
Benkei. A ritual requires the appropriate accoutrements.
Accoutrement.
Ah, but of course, Your Majesty. I suppose I got ahead of myself.
I'll help too. After all, a little hard work never scared me.
Obviously.
Good, good. I have 3 items in mind I might ask you to gather for us. Wine to use as an offering, wood from a sacred tree, and of course, a
The
mass
cow was
for the
white as
dancing.
milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
You can count on it.
You must bring us a shrubbery. Let's see.
To be fair, Hikari probably could cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring.
This side quest I beat before I talked to this person. I did it entirely by accident, and it was hilarious. Like, there's just some random place out in the woods somewhere where, like, there was this sketchy-looking guy who had horses, and I'm like, I'm gonna knock him out for fun because I'm Throne. So I did that, and then the horses just run off. I'm like, oh, that must have been part of a cutscene of some sort. And so I come back here, and it's like, hooray! You completed the side quest. You're welcome. I just wanted to commit violent crimes.
That's always fun, though. Committing violent. There's Zito.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And you can actually find Bandalam in a specific place, and he has one of the battle-tested weapons. He's not around here, but he exists.
Which makes sense that he would have one of the battle-tested weapons.
Yep.
Yeah. Somehow I feel that was a little better chicken after we heated it up.
Mm-hmm.
Partially because I think it was a little undercooked the first time.
Yep.
Say chicken usually isn't one of the foods that gets better when it's reheated.
Hmm.
Where we had the talk with the king originally.
Oh, there is a guy outside of Ku who you can challenge with Hikari. I never did this, but, like, he basically is like, oh, I need to get stronger, and his name is, like, Novice Warrior or something. And each time you challenge him, he gets stronger, until eventually, like, you can get a good item with him. Oh, this I remember.
Yeah.
There's one very easy way to settle this argument.
Yep.
We can't talk to them. Uh-huh.
Thank you.
So both of these recently lost girlfriends.
And they're arguing about spears and swords.
Yep.
And they won't shut up about it.
So,
Raise your weapon. On your guard. Prepare yourself. Here I come.
He's not weak to spear.
Prepare yourself.
nope. Or dagger. He's confused.
Slow. Here I come. Prepare yourself.
Okay, both one of them.
Here I come.
But not stab, so he's weak to magic.
Now it begins.
Well,
Here I come. Prepare yourself. Here I come. I fight for my friends. I summon Brand. I still have much to learn.
Also, I don't think we mentioned this before, but if you ever do use his latent power again, instead of dark power, it's light.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You
he
still
did
have much
conquer
to
the
learn.
darkness within him.
Yeah. So now you go like a light blue instead.
I know I've talked about his parents' heritage. I can't remember when
If
his
I
mom's
must.
heritage comes up.
On your guard. My turn.
Should I talk about that? Okay.
Predictable. Here I come. Prepare yourself.
Are you both just weak? Although the dagger is...
Now it begins.
The dagger is what keeps them
Predictable.
confused.
Here I come.
They're both weak
Yeah, they
to
both
freaking,
like-
Prepare
to
yourself.
freaking bow.
Good job.
Too slow. My turn.
He who lives by the sword dies by the crossbow bolt.
Yep.
Now it
Apparently.
begins.
Let Particio have a gun.
Prepare you. I'll end this. I'll keep my friends safe.
Yep.
Who's next? There's no need for flattery. It lost my sword. You still have much to learn.
No.
There. Now nobody gets to be right.
No, we get to be right.
Yep.
Apparently.
Potatoes can be scary.
Just ask Dragon Quest.
Or Holga.
God, I love the D&D movie.
Still haven't seen it.
So it's not an Oscar winner. I will say that. But there are definitely moments where you're like, this is absolutely somebody's campaign. I could see... There were moments when we were watching that movie where we're like, how did this not happen in Smalls? The graveyard scene felt like such a Smalls moment. Whenever Raven watches this, he will agree with me.
Maybe by the time this goes up, I will have actually watched the D&D movie.
I'll take good care.
Oh, no one here.
Nobody here but us
Looks
chickens.
like a sauna. Seriously, that kind of looks like how they'd set up a sauna.
I remember whose house this is.
Yep.
It's important for a side quest later. I think. If it's... Yeah, it is.
I'll take good care of it. I'll take good care of it.
See, we don't need this stuff. I just wants it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this would mark a good breakpoint. So before we actually go up there and see if we can hunt down the last piece of the offerings we need, I think this does mark a good spot to take a break. So when we come back, we will probably be able to finish out this cross path.
Probably.
And who knows if we'll have time to start another. We'll see. So until then, take care everyone.
Later.
Bye-bye.